Welcome to Bass River Recreation Area.
Bass River Recreation Area is about 1,600 acres of undeveloped land in West Michigan. I'm going to put together a locator map because trying to explain to you where it is a little difficult. Google says its address is in Grand Haven. It's overseen by the Hoffmaster State Park crew, and they're technically up in the Muskegon area. The closest city, according to information online, is Allendale.
So we don't really know where we are. We followed the map to get here, and we'll see the map, this pretty map that on the screen right now. Yeah, that's where we are.
Yes. You are here. We are here. We don't know where here is. It is very undeveloped. I mean, you've got dirt roads, dirt parking lots. There's not even vault toilets here. It's mostly for the lake that's here and mountain bike trails. There's
about 4 miles of mountain bike trails, and they're relatively easy. A few twisty, tight turns and some log crossings, but not a whole lot other than that.
Well, and the log crossings each had a way around them if you didn't want to do those. So we don't have mountain bikes. We have hybrid bikes. So we don't take them on anything too technical or serious, and we did fine back there. Yeah, I skipped the first one just because, tried the second, and nailed the third fine. So it was, I got my confidence up after that, and that was good. As far as the boating is concerned, there is a couple different boat launches available. And then the lake and the river area where the Bass River comes in and it actually meets the Grand River. So eventually you can get yourself out to the Grand River, or you can kind of just stay within the confines of the smaller inland lake area. And then as well, there is a separate, smaller, actual inland lake that is not connected. It's a separate thing that looks like it's just a no-wake for kayaking, rowboat, canoe type situation. Fishing. Could use it for fishing kind of thing. So that's there. There also are equestrian trails out here, although we never really found them in a way that I feel comfortable talking about them. And when you look online, the reviews are very mixed. Some people seem to really like them, and other people said they were terrible. Right. So we're not really sure. Now, there's 3 separate mountain bike loops, I guess. We only did loops 1 and 2. And loop 3, I think, actually is maybe where the more equestrian part is. And we didn't choose to go down that way because it was a little bit too far. And as if you know, with any mountain biking, once you start on a path, you have to keep going. It's always just one way, no matter, whichever way the arrows tell you. And it was a longer loop than we wanted to do right today. So I'm not really going to talk about that a whole lot. If do your homework, all trails is usually good for giving some information. And if you're in the equestrian or even some of the mountain biking associations, you usually have some additional information on those situations. There is also one part of the trail system we think connects, because what's interesting is there are 2 parking areas. Oh, that's right. For Bass River as well. And so one of the parking areas is where we're at right now, where you've got the trailhead for the mountain biking trails, and you've got some access to the lake. But then there's another parking area that seems to be actually more of the boat launch type area. The second parking lot actually has like a full boat, I guess. Yeah. It's more of a boat ramp, like you would think of a boat ramp. And for the larger boats. And it had a bigger parking lot for all the trailers, whereas the parking lots over here were more just sort of open gravel area. Not really a true boat launch. If you had a smaller craft or maybe a ski-doo, you might be able to get in there, but not necessarily the same style of normal ramp that you'd think of. As one of the reviewers online said, there's nothing here. But that's kind of the point. It's a recreation area, so it's open to hunting, but it's definitely a natural area here. There's waterfowl, wildlife, birds, all sorts of different things that you're going to see. And the water is here, and that's a big draw, especially on the hot day that we had today. Lots of people out in varying types of watercraft, just floating in tubes, out in their kayaks, in big speedboats, or fishing boats. So I think that, that's the draw here, and that's why people in this area come here. And I think if you lived in the area, it would be kind of a neat place to visit throughout the year. And in different seasons, you'd see different wildlife, and the mountain bike trails would change, and you'd see different things while you were out here. So if you lived in the area or you were coming through the area anyway, it might be a place to check out. I wouldn't drive out of my way from elsewhere to come here just because there's just not a lot here.
But as you said, and as the reviewer online said, that's kind of the point for some people, is to get away from where there's anything that's been developed.
Yeah, there's so many state parks where it's packed and crazy, whether it's the beach or the woods or whatever it is, that this actually just kind of is nice. It's pretty peaceful out here, other than you've got some traffic because it's a one-way road in and out, and it's dirt, so it's going to kick up a little dust. But other than that, it's it's kind of peaceful out here.
So find your busy place or your peaceful place. But either way, keep on trekking.
And we'll see you out there.